Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.02. XRP earlier today dipped down below $2 once again. But are we going to bounce back from here? I want to see us continue to set higher lows on the way up. That will signal a rebound for XRP. But we dipped with the rest of the market. Look at Bitcoin, back below $87K. And everybody, even the mainstream media news is like, it's price manipulation. But what really caused this dip? I'll talk about that in a minute. And the fear is coming back to the market as well. Every time the price falls right away, people become fearful once again. And if anything, you should either be buying this dip or doing nothing. You never sell on a red day. I see all these people all day long. Lost so much money today. You didn't lose anything unless you sold because the market is going to bounce back, and when it does, your portfolio will bounce back with it. Bitcoin crashed under 85K this morning. Here's why. Japanese 10-year government bond yield surged to 1.84%. For the first time since that mean for years. Jap Zero. Investors bought cheap yen and invested in Japanese yields rise that TR expensive. Investors sell. This is known as the yen carry trade unwind. The last time this happened was August 2024. The S&P dropped 10%. Bitcoin dropped 29%. That's why the market is nuking. But on the mainstream media news they said it was market manipulation. But this is what actually happened. Major exchanges just coordinated a massive Bitcoin dump. Weinermute sold 9.3K Bitcoin, Coinbase 8.3K, BitMEX 7.9K, Finance 5.4K, and so on. That's not a coincidence. Somebody said that the exchanges run on an algorithm that automatically sell when we see something like what happened in Japan. All I know is this, it brought Bitcoin down once again. And it seems like every time the market looks great for Bitcoin, like it's about to break out, something brings it back down every single time all throughout this cycle. Bitcoin slips again as altcoin season stays out of reach in December. So now because Bitcoin slipped again, we're not going to see all season begin in December. They don't know that. Nobody knows that for sure. Because you think about it. What if we see scarcity for XRP and XRP really starts to break out? Maybe XRP leads us into all season instead of ETH, but the market could also turn around very quick. Also, we see that a lot in crypto. It's the volatility that's going to make us all rich. And you see the volatility in crypto as fast as it comes down is the same amount of speed that it could bounce right back. We've seen it multiple times in the past. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see price appreciation in the month of December. XRP price signals downside, weak structure points to $1.80. And of course, whenever the market turns red, you get these articles like this. So XRP looks horrible. So you should put all your money into Bitcoin. I swear a lot of these articles are written by Bitcoin Maxis, and it's like they wait until the moment that the market turns red and then they gotta spew FUD about XRP. And at the same time, they will tell you that Bitcoin is the better asset and everybody should go all in on Bitcoin. That's why I said they have a great marketing team over there at Bitcoin. If we had the same marketing team for XRP and the mainstream media news pushed XRP all day long, could you imagine where the price would be today? Exchanges aren't aligned with traders anymore. I thought this was a great post because it sums it up perfectly. For example, B-Trade. Binance earns a T on a liquidation, they TAO while staying fully hedged. Think they'll incentivize liquidations? Aren't price the business model? It's a casino. I always tell don't try to trade XRP. Buy it, lock it away and wait for it to happen. Why would anybody risk losing their money, especially in a market like we're seeing right now? This market is so unpredictable because not only do you have real-world events playing out, but you also have market manipulation happening at the same time. Remember before when it looked like Bitcoin was doing great, and then all of a sudden there was talk of tariffs and the price came plummeting down. Then it looked good again. and then all of a sudden there was conflict in the Middle East and it came right back down. Why would you even try to trade this market? I always tell people don't even bother trading XRP. Just buy it. Get it off the exchanges, put it in cold storage and wait for it to happen. That's how you're going to make the most in this space. And this comes from Credible Crypto, and I guess he's frustrated with reading comments like this as well. LOL bro. Crypto is completely dead. Lots of people have abandoned ship. Credible Crypto says I've been here for 8 years now. In that time, I've heard crypto is dead literally hundreds of times. If it's your first time here and it feels like it's all over, then you better get used to the feeling because it's not actually over, which means you get to have this feeling again sometime down the road. People want the easy money, but abandon ship as soon as there are some waves. When we get a few green candles, they'll be back, and the cycle of greed and fear will play out again, for the millionth time. And I agree with that. Every day I see people saying, I'm done with crypto. I'm selling all my crypto. I'm done with this space. Everybody's toxic. There's so much negativity. I can't take it anymore. But if you quit now, you are literally quitting right before it happens. They want you frustrated. They want you selling your crypto. Who do you think is going to buy your XRP once you sell your bag? The institutions are going to be buying it this time around. The ETF issuers are going to be buying up your XRP. Whales are going to be buying up your XRP. Eventually you're going to sell, and you won't be able to buy back in because scarcity is going to show up at some point along the way. Can it happen in December like everybody's saying? Who really knows? We don't have a true number on the over-the-counter XRP or the dark pool XRP, but when it's gone we'll all know it because then they have to get that XRP from the exchanges. And when that starts to happen, XRP is going to disappear very quick, but it is not dead. Crypto is going to start to rebound. And when it does, the same people that are quitting right now, they'll be FOMOing back in later at a much higher price. This comes from Eleanor Tourette. Bloomberg is reporting that Vanguard Group will roll out crypto ETF access to its brokerage clients today. Tracks with my reporting from September that this has been in the works for several months. So now Vanguard is eyeing crypto ETF access for brokerage clients. I wonder which cryptocurrency they're gonna be promoting. Remember this. This was Vanguard back in 2024. Take a listen. Spot Bitcoin ETF's question came in. Hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we don't like. We're not going to change our minds around this. Unless the asset class changes. Before why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone saved them for their retirement. It's a speculative asset. That's exactly it. And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So like we mentioned stocks, you're buying the forward earnings of a company. And that bond, right, has coupon and principal payments. You're going to pay me something for lending you the money. Exactly. So they both can be valued. For us, we understand why they would rise up in a portfolio and the role they will play, and we can model them. Something like Bitcoin is just too volatile, and it's not a store of value. It hasn't been. And it's very volatile. When stocks got hammered in recent crises, Bitcoin went right with them. And so it is speculative. Really tough to think about how it belongs.